I did a bunch of separate takes for this, but they were all terrible, so I'm just going to do it in one go, and here it is. I feel pretty good about this. First moment of weakness. This is today, Memorial Day. So it's half my fault because they closed early. By the time I got there, I'd missed them by like an hour. So that sucks. I like having my green stripes. We're going to go from the 6-day-a-week workout to a 4-day-a-week workout. This is primarily because I achieved one of my goals for this year, which was getting a new job that would allow me to make more money. Aside from the lab assistant position, which I got, they won't let me film anything. My supervisors are very supportive, but the people on high would get mad. They would want a slice of revenue that doesn't exist. Anyway, new job. And this is ironic considering my last video was titled Escaping Retail, but how that ended is not necessarily how I wanted it to end. I asked my managers at Walmart if they could flip-flop my schedule and to their credit, I sprung this on them with like 3 days notice. If I could flip from working Friday through Sunday to Monday through Thursday, because that's what I was told, is that the new job would be during the weekend, and it wasn't. It was during the week. And understandably, they said they couldn't, so quit them. It's not too bad though, because I was able to keep a few of my references and from that place, considering I'd been there for 3 years, and it shows that I have a willingness to stick with something. 2.5 weeks go by and HEB calls me back. It's like, yeah, well, sorry about the wait, but we can offer you the position now. I was like, cool, sweet. So now one of the main thing that bothers me, this is a draft that I have come up with on how I can most utilize my time for a given work day when I start this new job overnight. The issue is I'm only getting about 2 hours worth of self-study time in on the days that I'm not going to the gym. I haven't come up with a new draft for what I would be doing on a day that I am non-gym day but also non-working day, because one of the things I'm trying to finish at the moment is this full stack web developer bootcamp course that I purchased on Udemy. I'm about 16% of the way through it, which sucks because I haven't managed my time very well in the past couple of weeks, couple months, honestly. The goal is to get through this. This is the goal. This is the plan. We're getting it from here to here. It's not going to happen overnight. And on top of that, I have to flip-flop between days and nights, working the lab assistant position during the day and the overnight stocking position at night. So that's going to create a weird sleep schedule that's going to force me to take naps in awkward places. Another issue is while this lab assistant position during the day is inconveniencing me sleep-wise and productivity schedule-wise, that is actually my primary concern job-wise at this point. I have a little under 6 months worth of savings. The issue is that 2/3 of that is student loans. Now, if I needed to, I could pay those back immediately, but that would only leave me with a little over a month and a half's worth of savings. It has much less of an impact on me personally because I live with my parents to save money, so it's going to be tough. I'm going to have to avoid getting a lot of energy drinks to stay awake, get to sleep when I can, and don't waste time doing anything else, which is further offset because I know I need to schedule time for myself. I need to go out and like socialize and with people, and, like be human, because getting stuck in this room is like not good for my health. I've done that for the past couple of years. It's not something I want to continue doing. So, run down over the past couple of weeks, I obviously got the job. I spent about a week just before the semester ended, sitting in a room helping students whenever they required assistance with like their computer science homework. But now that we're on break, we spent the first week cleaning up the computer science building, wiping down computers, doing first runs. I haven't been able to touch imaging yet, and I wouldn't want to because I would screw it up. I don't know enough. I'm not qualified for that. On the second week, they shifted me over to my old digital fundamentals professor, who is now not necessarily, he's my boss, but we both work there. He's basically my boss. Technically co-workers, he's my boss. That was definitely a new experience. Me and him are cool personally, but like we have an understanding that I hated his class. I hated his material, but I loved him as a professor. So he has me going through his electronics labs and setting up his multimeters and making sure they work, making sure the bins for the students have all the correct cables. And he's telling me, like, Hudgens, you need to make sure they all have the banana plugs and the something else, alligator clips. And he's saying all this, and I'm thinking to myself, I should ask him to write it down, or like maybe with some illustrations and links to pictures, because I don't remember what half of this crap was, because after I took that class, I completely memory dumped most of it. I ended up doing that. Then I get experience replacing fuses inside of multimeters that are blown, which is not as hard as it sounds. You're just taking off the cover, you're unscrewing the multimeter, and the handheld multimeter, you're taking that off. There's a little glass tube looking thing with two metal ends. And you just pull that out and put another one in there. The stupidest part, the most mind-numbing part, was he walked us into this. This is the oldest part of Central Texas College. This is the oldest building. It's where they keep all the automotive and electronics stuff. When I say electronics, I mean like electronic repair and the printing and stuff like that. And they are hurting for money. And I want to say, from what I've overheard, is that their entire department is getting axed in a couple semesters, if not sooner. He takes us into this side room where they have all of these really old ass Dell Optiplexes. They're part of the PC hardware class where students come in, take them apart, throw them back together. They didn't throw them back together correctly because we had at least a few of them where the motherboard was killed because they had screwed up they had bent the CPU pins. He just says, put 10 of these together. Here is a DVD with Linux Mint. And I want you to install it on 10 of these computers and throw them over here in the corner, and they will use them in another semester. So I was like, okay, cool. I've installed Linux before. This should be fun. And you start to realize like how old, broken, and decrepit these computers are. I wish I could film. I wish I could take pictures. So, yeah, that's what's going on.